Hello, everybody. Hi, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on in which time zone you are. I hope you had a great day or you are going to have a great day. And I hope that you're going to definitely enjoy this online webinar today. I'm very happy that you are here, that we are going to spend together this 45 minutes and that you are attending this online webinar with this very exciting topic about AI-based pop-ups and AI-based conversion rate optimization, which I think is definitely the future of digital marketing, the future of e-commerce. So just a short introduction to me. My name is Christian. I'm the International Partnership Manager here at OptiMonk. To my background, I'm working as a digital marketing expert for more than a decade now. I have also my own digital marketing agency, and I'm absolutely enthusiastic about e-commerce and conversion rate optimization. So that's why I'm really happy that we are going to spend together this 45 minutes in this special topic with you together. So, and I'm also a very curious guy. So my first question is, please just put it in the chat. From which country are you attending this online webinar today? And what time is it actually by you? And I have also a second question. I would be very happy if you are going also to answer these questions. Which e-commerce platform are you using at the moment? Or maybe if you are a freelancer, a marketer, or from an agency as myself, I'm also very happy to know this. So please just give me this short answer. Thank you very much in advance. And I forgot to answer my own questions. So as I have mentioned before, I'm from Hungary. By us, it's actually 5 p.m. in the afternoon or early in the evening. And at the beginning, I would like to apologize. I think you have heard it already that English is definitely not my native language. My native language is, of course, Hungarian. And then my first foreign language was German, which I have learned in the school. And English is only the second foreign language for me. So please excuse me if I'm going to do some failures, but I try to speak as clear as possible. And I hope that you gonna understand me. Oh, from Singapore, from Belgium, and also from California in the morning. Great that you are here, guys, today. And then I think we can jump into my presentation because I would like to share with you a lot of very useful and I hope very exciting information about the new technologies, about the new opportunities, about the new possibilities regarding AI-based pop-ups and AI-based conversion rate optimization. Okay, so let's share my screen with you. Please just let me know if you are able to see my screen. Please just put it in the chat, yes, or just a thumb like sign if you can see my screen. The first slide should be AI CRO introduction, AI-powered conversion optimization. So if you can see my screen, please just give me a sign in the chat that I have a feedback. Yes, thank you, Sakina, that you also see my presentation. So great, then jump in and let's start with a very important question. Why is it important to focus on conversion rate optimization at all? Why do we need to talk about this topic? And why I think that it will be definitely one of the most important directions in the future for the most e-commerce stores and of course also for the most agencies. So first of all, I'm pretty sure you have made the same experience regarding the rising ad costs on Google Ads, on Meta, and also on every other different platforms. The CPCs, the cost per clicks are rising and usually very strong rising in the last couple of years. And conversion rate optimization helps you maximize the return on ad spend, the ROAS, so that you can get not just clicks and visitors to your e-commerce store and to your websites, but of course also purchases, so customers and clients. I'm pretty sure you have also seen that the customer expectations online are definitely bigger than ever before. So the customers are getting more impatient, and they have usually very high expectations regarding customer experience. So that's why it's so important that you can present your offers effectively. And the third reason is increasing competition. I think we don't need to talk about it very long because you see it as well. First of all, actually, day by day, the amount of e-commerce stores are increasing. So the competition also in this part is very strong. But don't forget the big ones, the big names like Temu and Amazon. They are also getting bigger and bigger parts from the market. So that's why it's so important that you as an e-commerce store owner or as an agency owner or a freelancer start to learn how can you get more from your existing traffic. And this is what is actually conversion rate optimization about. And usually regarding the paid ads, your traffic is AI driven with the help of PMAX campaigns, meta ads, meta campaigns. You are usually using ChatGPT for content creation and so on. But the real question is, are also your conversions AI based, or you still do it manually? Sorry, because I know it from my experience that a lot of e-commerce store owners and even some freelancers and agencies don't really deal with conversion rate optimization because you need a lot of time, a lot of energy to invest to learn all the parts of CRO, and that's the reason that they don't really bother about it. But what would be the case if I would tell you that you don't need it anymore to do everything manually in order to increase your conversion rate on your website or in your e-commerce store? Because this is actually what we are talking about a tool which makes you possible to do all these tasks automatically. But first of all, we should also talk about some basic rules in the online scenes, like every visitor is unique. It's very important to talk about it every time. You shouldn't forget it when you are thinking about your visitors and thinking about your clients. So especially on the website and in your e-commerce store, it's very important that you can deliver them an experience that resonates with them. Because as you can see on this example, like let's take these 4 visitors, 4 different persons and 4 different search intents. They are looking already after a special product, after a special solution for the problem, or after a special answer for the question. So that's why it's so important to remember you that the uniform messages are usually very boring. So what could be the biggest failure what you can do in marketing? That you are boring. And the most common case to be boring in digital era is, of course, to show uniform static messages to your visitors on your website or in your e-commerce store. But just imagine what is the difference when you start to show them personalized messages. So to every visitor, to every segment of the visitors, or even to every visitor, a hyper-personalized message. And this is actually already possible with the help of AI. And I'm pretty sure you agree with me that higher relevance equals always higher conversion, because the purchase decision will be made on 99.90% based on emotions. So that's why it's so important that you show relevant messages to your visitors. So, and regarding personalization, if I have mentioned already this topic, so how to personalize for anonymous visitors? This is usually also a very important question. So, for example, by OptiMonk, at the moment, when you connect OptiMonk with your website or with your e-commerce store, OptiMonk is working with first-party data. It means that OptiMonk starts to monitor all the visitors of your website or of your e-commerce stores. And based on this gathered data, you can start to target your campaigns, to personalize your campaigns, as you can see, based on visitors' behavior, based on country, based on browser language, based on the traffic source, and you can even personalize your landing pages with the help of embedded content, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. Let's move on, and just to clarify what you can optimize with the help of AI, with the help of OptiMonk AI. So we're gonna go through some use cases, of course, but just to clarify the general topics, so you can definitely optimize your conversion rates. You can optimize the average order value in your e-commerce store. You can significantly speed up the email and SMS list growth, of course, even in your website. And we are going also to talk about how to reduce cart abandonment, because it's usually also a big challenge, a big issue by a lot of e-commerce stores. The average cart abandonment rate is between 40 and 80%. So it's also very important to start to communicate with your cart abandoners and at least try to rescue a part of them. So, and just back to our original topic, I'm pretty sure you agree with me, the static pop-ups are usually boring, and because of this are very often irrelevant. And that's the case, that's the reason why they have usually a very low conversion rate. Like, for example, in this case, let's take this example. Here is this lady as a visitor with a special search intent. She's looking already after a special product, but what happens? She gets a message, a pop-up message with this general text: you can get 20% discount. In some cases, it can work and she will be converting, but let's be honest, in not every cases, because this is just a general message. But let's imagine the next case. What would happen? What do you think? How much would it speed up your list building efficiency if you could do it also personalized? And this is exactly use case number one, which I brought to you today, because as you can see on this example, with the help of OptiMonk AI, it's absolutely possible to show every visitor a different pop-up with different image on it and with different message, with different headline based on their original search intent. So of course, it's much higher, the relevance in this case, because the message and even the picture is personalized, and it of course causes higher conversion rates. To our experience, sometimes you can increase even with 300% in comparison to the static pop-ups, but I'm going to show it to you a little bit later. But very important to mention that it doesn't work only on product pages, because of course on the product page we can see it already on which product page is at the moment currently the visitor, so we have much more information. But this method also works on category pages, because we know based on the data, as I have mentioned before, based on the connection between the online platforms and OptiMonk's connection, the e-commerce store platforms and OptiMonk's connection, that, for example, this category page is about immunity support. And in this case, we are going to show this pop-up message to the visitor. If you would like to boost your immunity, you get a special discount for it. And again, personalized headline, personalized message, and personalized image. And also very important to mention, it works excellent also on blog articles. It's especially important to you if you are doing also SEO, if you make a lot of efforts to gain organic traffic to your website or to your e-commerce store. And the big challenge for you is how to monetize these visitors, at least how to convert them, not to purchases. It will be ideally, of course, but at least that they're going to sign up for your newsletters. And of course, for this use case, we have also a solution, because based on the content of the blog article, we can show your visitor personalized pop-ups. It means personalized pictures, again, with personalized message. Like, for example, in this use case, as you can see, the blog article is about a special cake recipe. And the message, the offer on the pop-up is, if you would like to get some discount to the ingredients of this cake, you can sign up here. So again, much higher relevance, personalized message. It definitely equals much higher conversion rate, for example, for signups for your newsletter. And here is what I wanted to show you before. Of course, we are running hundreds, when if not thousands of A/B tests every day, because OptiMonk has also a built-in A/B test tool. So if you would like to run A/B tests, you don't need a cert tool or another software. You can do it everything inside of your OptiMonk account. And of course, we also talk the walk, as we can say it. So we run also a lot of A/B tests just to see, and then just we can make also data-driven decisions. And I think it's also very important to you. And every time when we have compared the classic general static pop-ups to these AI new generated pop-ups, we always could measure significant positive results, significant increasing by the sign-up rates, sometimes even up to 300% more signups compared to the generic pop-ups. So really great results what we have experienced so far. So the next use case, which is, I think, even more exciting, that I'm pretty sure you know it, that with AI, it's absolutely possible to regenerate pictures and text. So it means that now you can even do mass personalization, for example, in your e-commerce store with the help of OptiMonk AI. Because as I can see in a lot of e-commerce stores, there is a big challenge with the product pictures. Because let's be honest, sometimes they are quite boring with this just white background or just this transparent PNG background. So nothing special on it. But just imagine if you take a look on the upper line are the original product pictures. And in the second line, you can see the regenerated product pictures from OptiMonk AI. And I'm pretty sure you agree with me, they are much more attractive, much more appealing to the visitors, because in these cases, they can see these products in everyday life, how you can use it. And this is the use case number one for proactive AI recommendations. So with the help of OptiMonk AI, you can regenerate these product pictures and product descriptions, and for example, use them for your product recommendations in your e-commerce store. And it's very important to say, so just note it, that OptiMonk has a lot of possibilities for pop-ups, but it's definitely not just a pop-up tool, because you can choose from different formats how you would like to show these messages to your visitors, like, for example, the sidebars or the sticky bars, or even the so-called embedded content, which looks very native to your visitors. So actually, they don't even recognize that this is an OptiMonk campaign and not a part of your website. Actually, I'm going to show you later an exact example about it. But let's move on again to our A/B tests compared to classic product recommenders. What did we measure so far by our A/B tests? Up to 30 better CTRs, click-through rates, because of course these AI-based product recommendations are much more relevant than the static generic product recommendations, and therefore have, of course, logical, much higher click-through rates. We measured an average of 7% uplift in sales based on more than 50 A/B tests, thanks to these AI-based product recommenders. And of course, as I have mentioned it already, they are always relevant and timely, because with the help of AI, these product recommendations are always based on the visitor's behavior, preferences. So they are not just manually set up in advance and they run it like forever, like an evergreen campaign, but they are also dynamically changing based on the visitor's behavior. So let's move on. This is one of my favorite use cases, the AI optimized product pages. So first of all, just to clarify, why is it so important to focus on your product pages in your e-commerce store? If you are running PMAX campaigns, Google Shopping campaigns, then usually most of your visitors are landing directly on your product pages. They don't even see your main page or your category pages. They are arriving directly on your product pages. So that's why it's so important to optimize your product page as much as possible. And as you can see in this example, before, this was the classical way of the product page, which is already very nice and very good, but with the help of OptiMonk AI, you can actually regenerate a new version of your product page. And of course, you can also start to A/B test it with the original version. So what is the exact difference in this new AI-generated version? Let's take a closer look on it. So, like the embedded content, what I have mentioned before, it shows a new part of your product page. So as you can see, it doesn't make any difference for your visitors. And inside of this part of this embedded content in this new section of your product page, there are some very, very smart features like AI-based images. So it means that with the help of AI, we can regenerate the product pictures that they look much more appealing, much more attractive. And with the help of your product feed, so based on the data which are stored in your product feed, we can regenerate the headlines and the benefit lists with the help of AI for your product description. And it's also very important to note that, of course, it was also possible so far to do it manually. But what happens if you have, for example, a couple of thousand products? Nobody will do that. Nobody has so much time for it. But with the help of AI, you can do it in a couple of minutes, even for 10,000 products, even for 10,000 product pages. So you can optimize your product pages very quickly and in a very efficient way. It's absolutely platform independent. So of course it works on WooCommerce, Magento, Shopify, because we have our own plugin, our own app in the App Store, but it's also working if you have a custom coded e-commerce store with the help of a JavaScript code. And it's also very important to mention that, of course, it doesn't mean that AI overtakes the power of your e-commerce store, because AI does the heavy lifting, but you are in control. What does it mean? If you are not satisfied with the generated picture or with the generated headline or with the generated benefit list, so with the output, in your OptiMonk account, you can iterate, so regenerate the output of OptiMonk AI, like you do it like by Gemini or by ChatGPT, so the same process you can do. Or if you don't like the campaign or you are not satisfied with the result, you just switch off this campaign in your OptiMonk account and it immediately disappears from your e-commerce store. And again, you can run every time A/B tests. You can always compare it with the original version of your product pages, so you can make always data-driven decisions. And to our key benefits, what we have measured so far in this use case. So first of all, 100% measurable results, what I have mentioned already. You can always manage these A/B tests and just set it up really quickly in just some minutes. There is definitely a no-code solution. So actually, you don't need access to your client CMS if you are, for example, a freelancer or an agency, because all changes are made directly through the OptiMonk interface, so only on the front end, making it very simple and hassle-free. And in the headline is instant 5 to 10% revenue uplift for product pages. But if later on maybe you're gonna check my LinkedIn profile, especially today, I have posted a use case, actually a case study about an e-commerce stores where they have measured 43% uplift in revenue thanks to these optimized product pages. Just imagine 43% uplift in revenue thanks to this product page optimization. So it's definitely, I think, one of the most efficient way how you can dramatically increase the conversion rate in your e-commerce store. And it's also important to mention it has zero impact on page load time, on the speed of your website or of your e-commerce store, and it has also no impact on your SEO, so you don't have to be afraid about it, because as you can see, we have the technical solution, the technical background for it. Okay, and use case number 4, AI-enhanced seasonal offers. Because of course, in the e-commerce say the most important seasons, Black Friday and Christmas is coming. And now with the help of OptiMonk AI, you can give your pop-ups or your seasonal offers a very personalized, with the help of AI, really just in some seconds created creative, so you don't have to work with it, I don't know how many hours in different softwares, that it looks nice, that it looks seasonal. You can really create it in just some seconds with the help of OptiMonk AI, and you can use it, as I have showed here, as pop-ups for your messages, for your offers, or even on your product page, again, for your product page optimization, that it looks much seasonal. And again, you do it for one product page. If you are satisfied with the result, if you like what you see, you just give the green light to the OptiMonk AI, and it makes for the rest of your e-commerce stores for even for 10,000 product pages. So in your whole e-commerce store, will it be done in just some minutes. So, and the key benefits for these seasonal offers, what we have measured so far, up to 200% higher offer conversion rates. Why? First of all, because you can now even realize hyper personalization with the help of AI, because I mean personalization for different segments of your visitors was already possible, but now a new era has begun, because with the help of AI you can even hyper personalize your messages. So definitely every visitor sees a different message, a different creative, a different picture, and this is, which I think, something very unique, and it could be one of your USPs among this huge competition in the e-commerce niche. It drives urgency and action. Don't forget the FOMO effect, fear of missing out. And of course, what I have already mentioned several times today, you can deliver a much better customer experience to your visitors and to your clients. Just very short to OptiMonk. OptiMonk has been used, or is used now actually, about more than 30,000 websites and e-commerce stores worldwide from all over the world. We have won more than 100 awards in the last years, as you can see, since 2014. So for 11 years are we already on the market. And our pricing is very simple and very transparent because there are no limitations in the packages. It means that even in the free package, you get all the features. So the only difference between the package sizes, between the package prices, is based on the page views. So the higher is the page view of your e-commerce store, of your website, the higher is the package price. So actually it grows with your business. So very simple and transparent, as I have mentioned before. And at the end, of course, I would like to give you a special and an exclusive gift, a present, let's say, because Black Friday and Christmas is coming. So I have prepared for you something special, and I'm going to put it also here in the chat. And this is, as you can see, an absolutely free AI-based CRO audit and solution plan. What does it mean? If you fill in this form, then we, with my service team, with a couple of CRO experts, we are going to analyze your website or your e-commerce store. Based on our experience, we are putting together a solution plan in form of a Google Slides presentation with our recommendations, with our suggestions. So everything what we know, we put especially for you, custom tailored based on your website or based on your e-commerce store. We put it together for you and we give it to you as an analysis with this presentation, with this solution plan, that you can have a deeper insight. What should you do as next steps in order to increase the conversion rate of your website or of your e-commerce store? And I think especially in this seasonal times are coming, Black Friday is coming, Christmas is coming, it could be definitely a game changer for you if we can help you increase your conversion rate. Just imagine what would happen, what would cause it in your e-commerce store or on your website if the conversion rate would be increased just by 1%. Just imagine what would it mean for you in your revenue uplift. So that's why I think it could be very useful. And as I have mentioned, it's absolutely free. So just use this tool, just use this opportunity now to get this free AI-based conversion rate optimization audit from my service team with CRO experts and with this solution plan. So actually, that's what I wanted to share with you today. And now for the rest of our time, I'm absolutely open for any questions. So if you have any questions to the topics, to the points so far, I'm pretty happy to answer your questions. Okay, as I see there is a question. Great. Sakina. Okay, clear. That's a very good question, and exactly you are at the right place with me, Sakina. So please just drop me a message on LinkedIn, or I put my email address here in the chat, and we can make an appointment, just a moment, for this demo. Here is my email address. Just write me a short email. We can schedule a meeting, and then I'm going to do this special demo for you, because as a CRO expert, as a CRO freelancer, you are at the right place with me. You're very welcome. See you then. Margaret, what exactly you mean by how to do this? So if you have already OptiMonk, in this case, I would also suggest to you to actually fill in this form with this free CRO audit, that the service team can take a look at your website or at your e-commerce store, that they put together this kind of, because it will be, of course, a campaign structure as a solution plan in the form of this Google Slides presentation, that you know which campaigns should you start, which campaigns should you set up. Will it be a help for you, Margaret? Okay, great. Thank you. Svetlana, yes. Yes, exactly all of them. So they are all possibilities. So you can actually choose all this kind of data, which will be gathered from OptiMonk, which pages were visited, which products, and so on. And how do you set the priorities? Very easy, actually. There are two ways. First of all, by the triggering. So for every OptiMonk campaign, you can set special triggers. Just an example. For example, this campaign should be shown only for new visitors who come from special Facebook campaigns. Or this campaign should be shown only for returning visitors who didn't sign up for the newsletter so far, and, for example, visited already these product pages. So you can actually build up very complex workflows as a triggering system, when and what kind of campaigns should be shown. And the second one, you can exactly set also the priority list among the campaigns. So you can even choose which campaign should be shown first as a higher priority to your visitors, a second one, a third one, and so on. So actually, all the priority list you can set up in your OptiMonk account based on your decision, which campaigns are more important for you and which campaigns are less important to you. I hope this is an answer to your question. You're very welcome. So, as I see, there are no more questions here. So I'm really grateful that you were here. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much for listening. And thank you very much also for the questions. I hope you have enjoyed it. And I wish you all the best. And I wish you the best season for Black Friday and for Christmas this year. And hopefully with the help of AI-based CRO, AI-based pop-ups. Thank you very much that you were here, and I wish you a great day, a great afternoon, and a great evening. I hope see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.